So what we are going to do today is we are going to build ourselves a little display roof. So on the first, this is the back side of the roof here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get, oh yeah, we're going to grab some 2x3s. We're going to make a little frame on the back of the roof here on the underside so that it can support it with some little legs that can fold out so that it can sit on an angle and we can use it as a display. So we're going to start off by framing the back side here. And then once we get the framing done, we'll flip it over and we'll start shingling. Stay tuned. All right. Okay. So if we go this way, we're going to go top. Just can't quit. 48. Perfect, so 48. So, a little smoke, a little bit of burn when you take it to that bar in your espresso. When you take a sip, she's on the lips and in the morning. Want to come with a gentle warning. I think that you actually need somewhere to cut so that you guys can see. Mind if I use that chair? Alright, I'll put it right here. This is not the most ideal place to work, but we'll make it work. There we go. There we go. Alright. So here we got our one frame here. Boom. And I've got our other side over here. Perfect. Now we're going to do our center. So our center is going to be 48 minus 1.5. 1.5, that's 3. 48 minus 3 is 42 inches. 45. So I'm going to use this side here. I'm going to get 45 inches. Okay. All right. 45. And I'll take this side here. 45. These are two centers. One here, one here, one here, one here. Perfect. Next we're going to need is one more 45. Measure off of here. Sure, double check. Always good to measure twice. Cut once. All right, so now I'm going to grab this here, grab some 2-inch screws, and we're going to flip this over. So make sure we can see what we're doing here. So I'm going to hold it on this side. Grab a screw. I'm going to just put a couple screws in here. One there. Okay, man. All you gotta do is put it. Ooh, 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 it's like that. Little pink chip, pink piece. Okay. Okay. So, drop that there for now. Put this last screw in. All right. So we got one piece of the framing here. Okay. Move our next piece. Make sure we got the right one. Perfect. So to make it easier, we'll just lay this down now. All right. Make sure you guys can see, that's perfect. So make sure that's nice and flush along the side here. I'm going to throw one in here. One right about there. And this is for display purposes only, so I'm not too worried about how many screws I'm using. But when we get to shingling, I'll make sure we use the proper amount of nails on the shingles, and we do everything properly on this side. Of course, you're not going to frame a roof with 2x3s, so. All right. So the next phase, just going to grab these cross members here. They're going to fit right in here. Like so. All right, this is going to give us some support across here. And we're going to come in here. Let's try it. Alright, so again, we're going to lay that back down. Makes it a lot easier to hold. Grab 3 more screws. Alright, slap one right in here like so. Make sure she's flush. One here like so. All right. And last one. Well, actually 2 more. We're gonna come over here. And we got this one here. It's gonna go right in here like so. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So use our hammer. AKA impact driver. Very versatile tool. Okay. All right. I'll slap another screw right here. And 2 more. Put one right about here. Okay, there we go. All right. So, we've got one more piece. This particular piece we're actually going to have to measure because we want it to be dead center. And I'll tell you why. Because when it comes time to put the screws on the other side, you're going to want to know where you are. So we're going to stick this in here. Another hammer. And we're going to measure. And we're going to make it dead center. And dead center is going to be 24. So we've got 24 here and not 24 here. Use this hammer. Almost there. Okay. Perfect. So we got 24 there. We got 24 there. So now what happens is I'm going to turn it around, I'll lay it down nice and gently because I don't want that to shift at all. We're going to go ahead and we're going to measure across 24 right there. I'm going to measure another one right about there. Put another one right about there. And we'll slap another one right about there. All right. Grab our 4 screws. Put right there into that wood in the back. That one right there into there. There's that other mark right there. One right in there, and the last one right in there. Perfect. So now what we got, so we got a nice framed piece here, and the last step, because we want this to stand up for the display, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab these pieces right here, and these pieces right here are going to fit right inside and fold out. So we're going to want these to be roughly an inch shorter. So instead of 45 inches, we're going to make them, let's go with 44 inches. All right, grab our stool back. And we'll go with 44 inches. saw. And one for the other side. Like so. Alright. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to have these two pieces here like so. And I'm going to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. It's not going to be finalized quite yet, but you'll get the idea. So we're going to lift it up just a little bit. We're going to come in right about here. We're going to make some adjustments because it's not going to come out properly, but you get the idea. And we're going to get this one in here. Right about right there. Right about so. All right. So we're going to make a few modifications to it, but you'll get the idea. Because these are then going to stand like so and create the display. And it's going to basically look like so. All right, let's get the front done. All right. So, what we are going to do is we are actually just going to use a shingle as a starter strip. All right, so our first layer here, okay, we're going to start off with our first shingle. Okay, so we've got our ice and water shield. We've got our synthetic wrap up here. It's not stapled down properly because I don't have my stapler on me, so I just tacked it down with some nails by hand, just for the purpose of the video. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our starter strip here. We're going to go ahead and position that right down at the bottom here, like so. There we go. We're going to go ahead all right, now our first shingle is going to come along, and of course I'm layering because I want to have this exposed for demonstration purposes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this first shingle, okay, on top of the starter strip here. It's going to overlap. We're going to come along, and the key point is this white line right here is dummy proof. So we've got ourselves a nail line. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start right here on the first about 2 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches from the outside there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to spread about so far, and so far. All right. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get those nails in there, and I've pre-cut my shingles, okay, already. So we're going to go ahead and get our next shingle lined up here, like so. All right. Now, like I said, I've already pre-cut these, so they're going to be right off the edge of the roof here. All right. Now, typically on the edge of the roof, we're going to have it overhang just a little bit, right? Whereas on my roof, I don't want it overhanging because I'm going to be transporting this model so that, you know, I don't want it scraping everywhere. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get the next one in here. I'm going to put one here, one there, one there, one there, and oh, that'll be for demonstration purposes right there. I am on a little bit of an awkward angle here, but we did pop one nail in there. That's a little off the nail line. So we're going to go ahead and use that as a demonstration as a missed nail. So we're going to go ahead and get our next shingle up here. Come right in here like so. And right there, right there, right there, and right there. And we'll throw another one in right there. Come in here with our next nail, our next shingle. Line that up like so. And one there, one there, one there, and one there. We'll come in here with our next shingle, line it up like so, and put one in there, and one in there. Grab our second to last shingle here. I'll line her up. Like that, right there. And one there. And one there. As we get obviously a smaller shingles, I'm putting less nails in. I am going to put 2 nails in here just to keep it nice and solid, because obviously one nail is not going to hold it in too well. And that's that. So obviously this is not how we would leave it, right? But I think what I might do just for, we'll leave it like that. All right, so that's that. So we've gone ahead and we've got the, we've got all our shingles in there. We're layered across diagonally. We've got our starter strip, we've got our ice and water shield, and we've got our shingles layered nicely. The other thing is if you do notice that the seam here, right, we don't have nails too close along that seam. So when that next shingle comes along, come along here like this, right, and we get in here like so, and that shingle comes here, right, we've got a seam here, right? So what that means is we have the potential for water to run down in that seam. Now if that water runs in that seam and we have a nail right there on that line, then that's a potential for water to get in there. So we want to make sure we're not nailing too close to those seams. If we look here, we've got a nail, it's about 4 inches away as well, right? So all the way across, we've got enough space and distance away from that nail line, away from that seam where our next nail is underneath. So we're going to leave it like this. We're not shingling the whole side because we're using this as a demonstration purposes, as I said. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to find my stapler and I'm going to go ahead and tack that down properly so that we don't have any loose pieces hanging around. And we've got ourselves a little demonstration board with our come under here and grab our little legs here, and we can go ahead and we can turn it and show you guys what that looks like. So you can see all the layers of the shingles, and we're done for now. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make another one, and this time we're going to shingle the whole thing. We're going to cut a few holes, and we're going to get to the wildlife proof section of our roofing. So we'll see you next time, guys.